you think of Marvel games you can't really play anymore, you probably think of Marvel Ultimate Alliance, you probably think of Web of Shadows, Ultimate Spider-Man, games like that, maybe even Marvel Heroes Omega, right? But no, today we're going to be checking out Marvel's Avengers, the game that was released in 2020 and got its final major update in 2023, then being delisted everywhere, okay? Which is absolutely crazy. Everything went free in the game. You got all the outfits, emotes, takedowns, nameplates, you name it. And here, as you see, we're in the main menu. We're at 4K. This is the PC version, right? And the first thing you'll notice is that there's no Spider-Man. And why is there no Spider-Man, you may ask? Well, the simple answer is nobody really knows. The leading theory is that since Marvel Spider-Man remastered, or rather Marvel Spider-Man games had they were PlayStation exclusive at the time, so then I guess Spider-Man was also PlayStation exclusive, which is quite weird, right? Like, I don't really understand that. But here on screen we actually have all the playable characters that were in the game. So you've got your Iron Man, you've got Hulk, you've got Miss Marvel, you've got Thor, you've got the mighty Thor, right? So Jane Foster, you've got Captain America, you've got Winter Soldier, Black Panther, Black Widow, Hawkeye, and Kate Bishop. Now, as for the costumes in this game, now since everything is free, you gotta feel bad for people that actually purchase stuff in this game, and there's still some lock stuff here that you actually unlock from just buying stuff in game, like through the cosmetic vendor. You don't obviously pay for any of this, but you know, some of these cosmetics weren't too bad. Like, obviously you've got like this, like the original Sin armor, but then you get stuff like this down here that just, like, damn. You know what I mean? Like, or this, like Sunny Day. I mean, granted that's a bit different, I guess, but some of this stuff is just crazy, man. And of course we've got this like cold iron outfit as well, which looks kind of cool. But one of the funniest things that did happen was we got the variable threat response outfit, and this was actually meant to be a playable character in the form of War Machine in the game. We were meant to have like actual War Machine, but since that never happened, we got this as a skin for Iron Man, which I will say does look pretty nice, doesn't it? Like, this is pretty cool. Before we do go into the actual gameplay, I will say one of my favorite outfits in this game is this Wakandan stealth Iron Man suit. I think this one looks amazing. Like, genuinely probably one of the best cosmetics in this game, because it's so unique and so different, and it's not just capitalizing on the current MCU like skins or anything like that, because towards the end of the lifespan of this game, it just got spammed with MCU skins. And here we go, man. So this is what the actual intros were like. You just kind of drop in and like, it's okay. Right? I mean, I think this outfit for Iron Man actually looks really cool. Like the War Machine, ignore Hulk in the back, he looks absolutely just nasty, by the way. Like, hold on. Oh, we can go in photo mode. I forgot this is a thing. Like, look at this guy right here. That is nasty, bro. I am sorry, but oh. Okay, Black Panther looks absolutely fantastic, by the way. We've got Winter Soldier as well, right? And then we got our boy here. Alright, now let's go and just play, man. So I'm actually surprised at how well this runs at 4K on PC, man. Like, so how's the gameplay? I have not played for a long time, man. So we have like these abilities as well, okay? And then I think if I remember, like the left bumper and right bumper, you get the actual like full on, hold on, like you do this. Yeah, the Hulk Buster. So that was actually, like, I remember this being pretty damn cool. And then, yeah, you could just, like, spam rockets like crazy. So for this specific mission, we gotta, like, keep everybody here, like, safe from all the enemies. And the enemies will respawn quite a few times. Yeah, look at this. And then, obviously, you know, you've got, like, your daily missions and things like that as well. But I don't know, man, like, you know, it's just nostalgia for me hitting right now, playing like this. Sure, this is fun for the video, but imagine doing this all day. Well, not all day, but like every day, and this is the gameplay loop, right? Like, I don't know, man. Like, I personally couldn't really do that. I think there's also like emotes and stuff that you can do as well. Yeah, like, look at this. But obviously this was the type of game that you play with your friends, right? So revisiting this in 2025 is kind of interesting, especially like obviously it being 2 years after the game was completely delisted. You can probably find this at like your EB Games, which is the Australian chain for... I don't know, man. I forget what it's called in like the US, but you can probably find it at like a bin of games for like probably $2 or something. And obviously as you'd fly around the map, you'd want to like open up these little like cash deposits where you'd get like units and things like that as well. And gear, obviously, just to like raise your power level, which it's kind of like a Destiny game, right? Pretty much this thing, it's a looter shooter. You want to keep upgrading and leveling up over and over and over and over, and do like raids and things like that as well. Which, granted, that's the whole point of the game, obviously. But yeah, some of these were actually like okay, but like you actually had to pay for some of these finishers as well in game, which is pretty crazy to think about, because that's like, damn, you know, the game was very monetization heavy. But I can definitely see how this game would be fun with like friends, but obviously really any game is fun with friends. Like, you could make the worst games, like, you know, have a good time as well. So it really is interesting playing this though. And then as Iron Man, like, you couldn't really go higher than this, by the way. Like, there's an actual ceiling, like you cannot go higher. So you see that building up there? Like, you actually cannot go higher than that. Like, you can't even go up that building. So the game felt very, very limiting, of course. Like, you'd just be running certain missions for like certain levels of XP, or like, you know, fighting certain enemies and things, which is okay. But, you know, like, if you're into these types of games, like, sure, but this, it wasn't enough to sustain the community and, you know, keep the game going and stuff, which is completely understandable when you actually look at it. But yeah, now you've got like, you're saving like these characters, like the Inhumans here. Alright, let's take you out. Yeah, see, that's actually kind of cool, right? Like, if this game wasn't so monetization heavy, and they gave like a decent amount of stuff for free, like it could have lasted a bit longer, right? But granted, at the end of the day, with just the way it went, I think this game would have gone down like regardless. So it's just how it is, man. It's just too much going on screen all the time, you know. And I don't know, man. It's just it's wild to think about, really. Although I will say we're kind of like low-key putting in the work right now. Okay, as I say that, I just completely miss. I'm gonna go free these guys and then finish off the mission. And then I didn't even talk about the story for this game. The story I actually found quite engaging, man. Like, if we had like a solo sort of like Avengers game where it wasn't heavily focused on like monetization like this, like, I think they could have something good on their hands, man. Like, Avengers and Marvel, like, when you get a game going, like, you've already got most of the heavy lifting done for you with how big the brand name is. Like, the Marvel name is so huge, man. Like, you can't possibly fumble that. Well, you can if you look at this game, right? Which is pretty funny looking back at it, but it's also kind of sad at the same time, really. And then this is where the mission ends.
Nice work.
And we just all of a sudden stop moving. Mission complete. Now the unfortunate thing is I can't even really show you the actual story, because once you actually complete it, you can't go back and replay it, which is really weird. Like, sometimes I want to replay this game and really enjoy it the story itself, because it was really fun actually having Miss Marvel kind of bring back the Avengers together and then they defeat the big threat, which is AIM. It was such a good time, right? Like it was an actual fun story mode. But unfortunately, this is really the extent of the game I can show you. It's just a hollow shell of what it used to be, and even back then, even with everything unlocked, it's not really that fun, right? Like at the end of the day, it could have been so much more. But I do want to hear you guys' thoughts on this game. If you're new to the channel, drop a like and subscribe. I appreciate all of you. Have a wonderful day. Peace.